Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to a new series of 7 Days to Die. A lot of you guys have been asking me to play this and talking about it and stuff like that. I've actually owned the game since, well, maybe for about 6-7 months. I played it a few updates ago, wasn't massively impressed, but decided to come back to it and start a series on it, as I just said. So I've just spawned in the desert and noticed whatever the hell that is over there, so I'm gonna head over there, just looting some rubbish and shit like that. So basically, if you haven't played 7 Days to Die before, it's actually a kind of crafting zombie game. Reminds me a lot of kind of Minecraft and Rust, not anything to do with DayZ, what I kind of normally compare zombie survival games to. It's a lot more kind of emphasis on the crafting, and as you can tell, I'm just crafting some sharp stones and some plant fibres at the moment, which are going to allow me to build a stone axe. So a lot like Rust in that sense, and it is pretty cool. There's some good features. I think it is a long way off kind of being the complete article, but it's a lot more fun than it was like 3 or 4 months ago, in my opinion anyway. A lot of people do love it, and I can kind of see why. But you know, for me it needs a tiny bit more, and it needs fucking optimising big time as well. As you can tell, there's going to be a few FPS drops and a few stutters and stuff, and I think, as far as I know, no matter how high end of a PC you're actually playing it on, you're gonna actually get them kind of drops and stutters. So here are the zombies anyway, so I'm gonna go for headshots with the stone axe that I've crafted. You can also craft like crossbows, and well, you can craft anything really. You can find parts for guns and stuff as well. Fuck, I fucking hate dogs. I'm just gonna sit on top of this car and just fucking leather these canines with the stone axe. Pretty brutal. Taking a lot of shots to die. Right, there we go, brilliant. So you can use like plants and stuff to make kind of antibiotic bandages and aloe gel and fucking yucca juice and stuff like that, which is pretty cool, and the crafting is quite in depth, and hopefully within a few episodes I will go into that. The building's pretty good as well. You can make basically anything. I'm going to plan to actually fortify a structure today, and it's probably going to be this one that I'm actually in now. Don't want to go too far, just want to get some supplies and some good stuff just ready. So just got to loot around and then head inside, I think. So this is the inside of the garage. Looks pretty cool. Just got to go upstairs, and as you can tell, some Zeds have been smashing the shit out of stuff, and they do break through everything. They become more powerful at night, so the idea is to kind of build in the day, survive at night. Obviously survive in the day as well, but I'm going to use my pickaxe because that gets me through stone a lot quicker than using a shitty stone axe, as you can tell. So I'll get through and then just deck these, and this room looks pretty good to try and fortify later on. It's going to take me quite a while, I think, just to get through here. Right, there we go, brilliant. So if it's just deck her, just poke her in the eye with that shit. Ah, there we go, right, she's down. So I'm not going to take any of that, just going to deck this nurse bitch. They normally have medical stuff on them, which is pretty good, pretty handy as well. So that's like a medicinal bandage there. I don't know if this gets through metal, I'm not too sure. I think I'm just going to crack through these stones and then see what's behind it. You never know. There's quite a few of these round as well, so I'll probably crack a few open and then pop back. So I've actually come downstairs and found a gun safe behind one of them barred fence bars things. So it's going to take a second just to crack through this and probably get some gun parts or some ammo, or if we're lucky, full guns, but we will see. Pistol slides, yeah, so that's alright. I need obviously all the other parts to make the pistol, can't just go around hitting people with the top of a pistol. So just going to have a quick look around, and I don't think there's anything really just outside there. It looks pretty Fallout 3, this base. It's kind of cool, reminds me of Megaton or something like that. So let's just have a look. Some purified water there, which is good. And preferably got some food somewhere. Be good. There we go, some pasta. And I mean, there's some good storage parts up here already, so I think this part upstairs shouldn't be too hard to fortify, just for my first evening before I start building something of my own, really. Some bullet casing as well. I'll check them. We've got some gunpowder as well, but I think I need some kind of furnace or some shit like that. Maybe not a furnace, that might not be the right word, but I need something with heat, which isn't a campfire. It might be a furnace, actually. Let's just take these feathers, so you need them for the crossbow bolts. And we'll take these barbed wire fences as well, because I'm going to be able to fortify with them later on, which would be pretty good. I don't know how much stopping power they do actually have when it comes to zombies, but there's only one way to find out, I suppose. You can actually throw like couches and shit in the way as well to barricade, which is something that I really do like. I think that's a very cool feature. But just gonna have to go around and clear the area a bit. Get some painkillers off this this bitch, and just see what else is in all this rubbish. Managed to spot a fucking rabbit, so I'm gonna try and catch it. Fucking hell. What the fuck? It makes like a pig noise. Right, okay. Right, awesome. So I think we can skin that, get the hide and the actual meat. And I don't know if you noticed, there's an icon in the bottom left, which is a kind of nose, which means I stink of rabbit flesh. So I'm actually going to be more susceptible to zombie attacks as the the smell spreads a lot wider and stuff like that. So I'm just going to mine some coal and get some more stones just by twatting the shit out of this massive boulder. And that's going to keep my fire going later when I do want to cook that rabbit and the eggs as well that I've got. So I'm just going to pick all that up and just keep mining away, really. I don't know actually how much you need. I know logs burn quite a bit, but as I'm in the desert part of the map, I'm not going to find any fucking logs anywhere. I can find like aged wood and shit like that, but no logs, unfortunately. So let's just pick all this up, and that should do us. Get some more grass fibres, and just circle the base, just see what's around, really. I could do with finding a water source as well. There's some aged wood which I'll take, and what you do with the aged wood is just put it in there and just craft it into planks, and that means I can basically make whatever I want, really. And then you can then craft the planks into sticks if I did need sticks, but I will need a lot more of the aged wood later on, especially when it comes to kind of fortifying the base and just filling a few holes up. So I'm just going to have a look around for a tiny bit more. Try and twat a cactus, you know, for the win. And I'm going to have to find a water source later on. I've got quite a few empty jars, so I might have to go a bit further afield before I do return home for the night. Just come back to the base. I'm just going to offload some stuff before I go on my water run. So if I put it in these pre-made kind of cupboards and stuff, I don't know what the fuck that guy's doing on top of the oven in his vest and his tight fucking shorts. Fucking weirdo. So let's just chuck it in the oven. So all this kind of useless stuff which I want to get scrap iron and plastics and whatever from. Maybe not plastics, I don't know. So I'll chuck that in there, and then I'm going to head kind of north of where I am now and just try and find the nearest water source, fill up, and then come back and light a fire and barricade. As I'm a bit hungry and about to go on a massive adventure or some shit like that to find water, I thought I'd make my fire and try and boil some of these eggs that I found in these nests. And I'm going to do that by just laying out these stones in this kind of formation in my crafting menu. Chuck them excess ones back in and just craft that up. And as I've got some coal, I should be alright just to light that shit up. So I think I can only boil at the moment. I've got some cooking pots which are vital for cooking, because you can't cook by just holding an egg in your hand over the fire. So chuck the coal on there, and as you can tell, it's got a fire timer, sorry, just underneath, which is like 10.5 minutes, which will be fine, because if it takes that long to boil an egg, then you shouldn't be cooking. Just stick to like eating raw shit. So just place a cooking pot on there, and then Right, okay, so that's... I'll just place one egg up there. And then I think I need some water as well, so there we go. And let's just cook that shit. So it's not going to take too long. Some nice fucking hard boiled eggs to eat before we go. So I'll take them with me. Eat that shit now. It's a fucking tiny egg. Like a quail egg or some shit. And now we're going to head off. Filled with egg and protein and fucking quail shit. Just sitting on the top of this mound, just, you know, having a look around from not too far away from a base, which is just behind me. So just take a look on the map. See the hill that I'm at the moment, and the base was just to the bottom left there. So I think I'm just going to head kind of north of here, or east or whatever, I don't know, I can't remember what direction I'm in. And just see what's around. Still looking for this water source. It's not imperative tonight, but it would be good as I've got a fire going, because you have to jar the water, the kind of murky water, and then obviously boil it on the fire, and it becomes purified, and you don't get the shits, which is pretty good. So this looks like a little town. It's kind of Wild Wild West thing around here. I don't know, I couldn't see that from up there, but yeah, there's two things in the way, obviously. So just pick up that wood and just search through some of this rubbish and shit, and just see where we get to. Fucking probably going to be a lot of Zeds. They normally buy anything kind of residential, or wherever there's a lot of buildings there's a fair amount of zombies, and there's some fat ones as well, like kind of into Hawaii or some shit. I don't know what's up with this fucking gut. It looks like a fucking, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to drink some of that purified water, as this town's reminded me of the film Rango, which just always makes me thirsty, because obviously it's about, you know, a water supply and stuff like that. So that guy had 4 water on him as well, so it kind of makes it less imperative for me to even find a water source tonight, but I'm still going to keep looking and just see what I can find, really. Just going to have to fucking plough through all these first. Your weapons do have a durability thing, I don't know if you can see on the toolbar there. Basically, once they wear all the way down, they do break. There is a way to repair them, but I'm not too sure how to actually do that at this stage. So let's just do this other fucking beach going vest guy in. There you go, you fucker. I think some of them might have kind of different strengths and stuff like that. I know there was some in the cities and stuff that spit at you and explode or some shit like that. I'm not too sure, but I think these all seem fairly kind of average at the moment. I don't know if there's any progression if you stay alive, the kind of other stuff, I'm not too sure. So, whoa, what the fuck? Right, okay, I'm not too sure what happened there. Yeah, something just blew up. I think there are oil barrels and stuff by the house, but I didn't realise the zombies could blow them up, which is fucking even more worrying. Oh, nice. Right, so I'm just going to have to change some stuff around, drop a few stuff, because I do want to take this ammo home in case I do manage to either find a weapon or make one, obviously, just by putting the parts together. So, got quite a decent amount of stuff. I could actually afford to go back now and just retire for the day, but just head on and see what else is in these houses. I've been around most of the houses. A lot of them didn't have a decent amount of stuff in. There's a few bits and pieces, but if you notice in this room there's actually a gun safe, so I'm just frantically trying to work out how I can actually get through. I know you can smash these kind of cupboard tops, but it's fucking metal. I'm not too sure how to even just get past it. I don't know. As you can tell, I've smashed the back wall in there as well. That's fucking got barricades. You can't smash through them. Is that roof wood? Yeah, it looks like it is a kind of wooden, or kind of wooden tiled thing. So if I can make some stairs, I might be able to get up there and kind of hop up. So just use some of this wood, and I just craft some stairs. if this works, I'll be pretty fucking happy. I suppose this is another cool feature of the game, is, you know, with it being a sandbox kind of thing, you can just build into it whatever you want and jump on roofs that you shouldn't be really able to get onto. So let's just try placing these. What the fuck? Right, that just spun. Fucking hell. That was defo facing the other way. I'm sure that was facing the other way. Let's try build from the top. Maybe it doesn't have to be a straight staircase. Maybe if it's just chuck that there. Again, that rotated. What the fuck? Jump on there. I might even just be able to jump that. Ah, there we go. Right, crazy staircase for the win. So let's just try and get through here. I think this is directly on top of the safe. I think it was around this location. It sounds like I'm getting through with the pickaxe as well, which is good. Probably be nothing. It'd be like a bag of fucking shit in there or something after all this trouble. There we go. Oh, fuck. Right, let's just see what's inside. I think the problem is, how the fuck do I get out of here? Shit. I could build a ladder actually. And get out, but don't really want to waste the wood, which is quite sparse. So, alright, some like hunting rifle components and a shotgun thing as well. So unfortunately I've got no space, so I'll just have to do a bit of changing around. Chuck that in there. I can go in there and just pop that down there somewhere. I don't really need that, so there we go. Magical. So, shit. Right, so I'm going to have to kind of cut my way out, so this could take a while. Managed to jump out and kind of manoeuvre my way through, so I'm just going to go through into this building and just see if there's anything before I take off. It is getting kind of mid-afternoon, so I'm not too sure how long it actually took me to get from the base to here, so I'm going to head back in a sec after I do a tiny bit of looting. So these are some strong window frames. Just like the books and stuff. You can actually take the beds with you as well, and if you take the sleeping bags, then they are spawn points, I think, if you die or something along those lines. So I'm not too sure of the kind of process there, I'm afraid. So just trying to crack through these. I don't know if it's the fact my pickaxe is weakening, but it's taken a lot longer to kind of break through anything. It still seems to have a lot of power when killing, but to actually break through shitty wood planks, it's taken a very, very long time. Like, that's been at least like 20 hits, surely. Right, there we go, brilliant. So just collect some stones and some plants and stuff. Probably do that on the way back as well. Preferably get some wood as well, just in case the coal runs out. So that's where I am there, and that's where I'm going to be headed to. I did set a waypoint on there before, so hopefully I get back before night time. Just got back to the base, and I'm going to be putting some stuff back in the cupboards and start the fortification of this room, really, and the kind of stairs and stuff like that. So just chuck all this useless stuff in. Well, not useless, but useless for now. I'm going to take that rabbit off me so I don't stink. I've got zombies fucking conga lining behind me. Chuck that in as well. And yeah, just throw a load of this in, really. Got a decent amount of food on me, which is good, but providing I've got a fire, it's got to be better for me to actually cook a lot of the stuff, really. And then if I'm on the move or being kind of nomadic, then, you know, I can eat that on the move. So I'm just placing these barbed wire fences down, and I think if I place them there, then it's going to hamper stuff trying to get through to the door. I think that's one of the only entrances. So if I get these wooden crates, and I made these earlier just out of some wooden planks, just bolster that up there. That should be alright. I can't see him getting through the actual bars. So provided I've got a stone axe or a repair tool, I can actually fortify that, and obviously some wood planks in my inventory as well. So I just need to craft all this into standard wood planks, and that's going to take a second. And I need to cover this door up as well. So if I just pop that there and one there as well. I've got some more wood planks there to chuck on there, which is good. So you can actually upgrade them to the second level as well, which I'll do now. They actually change. I think if you've got metal or scrap iron or something like that, they actually fortify even more into kind of metal boxes, which are very hard to get through. So I'm actually going to pick up some of these bits of couch and place that there as well. It's just another hindrance to get through the door. Not that I think a middle of a couch would stop you that much if you're like a 6-foot fucking zombie or some shit like that, but you never know. I've never been in an apocalypse before, so just take a look outside. Nothing out there, and yeah, looks pretty good. So I'm just going to make a cabinet, just a tiny bit more storage. I think if I go into my crafting menu, just type in storage, there we go, storage chest. So I've got quite a few planks at the moment. That won't last too long really by the time I finish fortifying. So just craft that up and just do that again. So that's now saved in my inventory, so I can just click on it, and providing I've got the right ingredients, that's gonna kind of do that for me. So just place one of them just down there, I think. So they've got a lot more space. And chuck my bullets and stuff in there, because I don't want to keep them in the fridge or the oven, because they could fall down the grill or some shit like that, I don't know, and get lost. So got some rations, some bricks. I'm carrying bricks around with me, and just a load of weird stuff, some nitric powder, some hide, which I'll chuck in as well. So I'm going to do that and then fortify the rest of the stuff. So I've nearly finished fortifying. I'm just chucking some wooden fences which I salvaged from outside before, and I've got a bit of a problem, and that is this staircase that I somehow didn't see before, which leads to the roof. So zombies do get on the roof, so I'm going to chuck some fences kind of up and down, and then just wooden crate it off as well after I've crafted some of them. I don't know how durable these fences actually are. Oh shit. Oh well, doesn't matter. So chuck that there and there as well. Oh no shit, I've run out. Right, okay. So if I just craft some wooden crates, and then I'm going to stack them up, and that's just going to give me a tiny bit more kind of endurance against the zombies, I think. Just finishing off these box kind of planky things, and yeah, they're going to be finished, and I think we're good to go then. I just need to do a bit of cooking and just wait it out till night really. I think I'm going to be, the windows could be a bit of a problem. Maybe not these windows, but the actual windows by the other part. I can't even see outside. Smash that. So I've got a nice little view on my balcony, and I'm just going to wait till night time and see if anything changes. It's now just after dusk, and I'm quite surprised that there just doesn't seem to be a lot going on at the moment. It looks pretty clear outside, and I mean, I've killed a lot of Zeds, but I just thought there'd be quite a few more, so it's time to boil some fucking rabbit, I think. So put some coal on there. I did actually have to run out and get some more coal before, as the stuff that I left on the fire, I thought leaving it in the ingredients thing, not the actual fuel thing, would keep it, but it just disappeared, so no big deal really. So let's just get this rabbit and chuck that on there, and some water, and have some boiled rabbit. So it's going to take some time. First day's gone alright really. Some stuff's happened. I haven't seen a lot of the map, but I'll explore when I've got more supplies and all that good stuff. But it's just getting used to everything, getting used to the crafting, getting used to how the zombies behave and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. This rabbit's taking for fucking ever. Then again, I wouldn't eat rabbit if it only boiled in 40 seconds. One of them's done. So let's just think we could just eat that shit when the other one's finished. Eat both of them at the same time and be fully fed for the night or whatever. I don't know. Right, there we go. So that's all done. Let's have a look how this shit looks. So I'll keep the raw stuff on me. Don't need to cook all at once. And yeah, time to eat some rabbit. Look at that shit. This looks like a fucking loaf of poo or something. So I'll be back for day 2 next. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon.